In this 001 Game Creator video tutorial series, we'll be covering how to create your very own role-playing game from start to finish using the built-in action RPG template. In this first tutorial, we'll start by creating our first map, drawing a bedroom, as well as adding some NPCs and setting up automatic movement and actor routes for them to follow. Upon opening 001 Game Creator, click on the Create New Game button and select the Action RPG template from the top of the list. Give your game a name and click OK to proceed. I'll name mine 001 Tutorial, but you can use whatever name you wish. Here, you'll see 001's map editor and a starting map that has already been created for you. Before we start editing this map, there are a few things we need to change first. Click on the Properties button to open the Map Properties window. Here, we can easily change the size of the map by editing its width, height, and depth. Let's change this map's dimensions to 25 by 20 by 5. It's important to keep in mind that each tile on a map is made up of 32 pixels, which means that this map actually has a size of 800 by 640 pixels, with a depth of 160 pixels. Feel free to rename the map to whatever you wish by editing the display name and scripting ID text boxes. I'll rename mine to My First Map. The display name is how the map will appear within the map editor, whereas the scripting ID is what the map will be referred to in scripts. While these values can be set differently, it's recommended to keep them the same to avoid unnecessary confusion. Select the dark grass floor tile from the tile set picker to the left of the map editor, and then click on the fill tool from the drawing tools to the right. Once selected, move your mouse cursor inside the dirt square and left click to paint the dark grass. Then do the same for the empty area, so that your map is completely covered in dark grass tiles. Next, we're going to create a small building. To do this, click on the Walls tab at the top of the tile set picker and select the brick wall tile. Select the rectangle tool, and then click and drag your mouse cursor over your map to create a building. The lower and upper object tabs house a variety of furniture that can be used to make more detailed maps. For this building, we're going to create a bedroom. Click on the lower objects tab, and then select the Furniture 1 tile set. Select the pencil tool, and then click and drag your mouse cursor within the tile set picker to select all of the tiles that make up the bed object. Next, move your mouse cursor over your map and click once to draw all of the selected tiles inside your building. Feel free to explore the other tile sets to add additional furniture and finish the bedroom. The next thing this bedroom needs is a door to let characters enter and leave. Click on the door icon, move your mouse cursor over the front of your building and left click to place it. Choose an appropriate style and then name your door the same way you named your map. I'll name mine Bedroom Door. Now it's time to play some NPCs, or non-playable characters. First, click on the actor icon, move your mouse cursor over your map and left click to place it. I've placed mine outside the bedroom. Select the character actor template and click OK to open the actor window. You can customize the appearance of your actor by changing the settings in the sprite section. Be sure to also give your actor a name. I'll name mine Mike. Click OK to close the actor window and then create a second NPC by repeating the same steps we took to create the first. I'll name this one Lee and place it inside the bedroom. Before we close the actor window, let's make this NPC always face the player. To do this, click on the Automatic Movement button and click on the Face checkbox, then select Towards Player from the bottom of the list. Click on the cross to close the Auto Movement window. Automatic movement is just one way to make NPCs move and face in different directions. We can also use actor routes for more pre-planned movement. Click on the actor route icon and move your mouse cursor over the first NPC we created outside. By using the arrow keys or numpad on your keyboard, or by clicking the directional buttons on the panel to the left, you can set a specific path for your NPC to follow. I'm going to create a simple horizontal line. Make sure you link the end of your route back to the starting point so that it's connected. This way, our NPC will keep following the same route and won't go wandering off by itself. If you happen to make a mistake, simply press the delete key on your keyboard or click the delete no button on the panel to the left. Now it's time to test our game to see our NPCs in action. There are several ways of doing this. The first method is by clicking on the Play Map button and selecting an area on your map to start playing from. The second method is by clicking on the Test Map button, which works the same way as Play Map, except it allows you to pass additional scripting before the game starts. The last method is by clicking on the Test Game button along the main toolbar, which can also be accessed from the game menu or by pressing F5 on your keyboard. This method allows you to play your game from the very beginning, as if you just installed it, and is how players will experience your game. Before we can use this last method, however, we first need to set up the starting map and starting location of our player. To do this, click on the Game Settings icon along the main toolbar and make sure My First Map is selected from the Starting Map drop-down menu. Then click on the Starting Location button underneath it to pick a specific set of coordinates that you want the player to start from. You can use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out to make this easier. Once you're satisfied, click OK to close the Pick Location window. You can use the Game Settings window to modify various aspects of your project, but for the time being, we're going to leave everything else as is. Now click on the Test Game button, or press F5 on your keyboard to begin testing your game from the beginning. The player will be positioned at the coordinates you just specified, and you can move around by using the WASD or arrow keys on your keyboard. These controls have already been pre-configured by the Action RPG template, which saves us the trouble of having to set them up ourselves. Move around the NPC inside your building to see them automatically face the player. Then approach the door and press Enter on your keyboard to open it to observe the NPC outside, which is following the actor route we created for it. If you obstruct the NPC's path, they'll stop, but they'll resume their route as soon as you step out of the way. You can close your game by clicking on the cross in the top right of the window, or by using the pre-made in-game menu by pressing Escape on your keyboard and selecting Quick Game followed by Yes to confirm. In the next tutorial, we'll be creating our very first quest, learning how to connect two maps together, changing the player's name, as well as placing items and changing how the player will interact and equip them.